New Mexico State University may not be a household name when it comes to college football. They may not have their opponents wetting their jock straps just at the thought of playing them like teams like Alabama and Georgia do. But all that is about to change because of me. We're back with football coach college Dynasty, bringing the lowly New Mexico State up into the upper echelon of college football. For the purpose of this rebuild, I'm using the Jeff mod FBS Universe mod found in the Steam Workshop. This includes real team names and real team logos. I'm using most of the default settings, except I'm changing the playoff format to 5 conference champions and 7 at-large bids. So this is our coach. This is Anthony Gum. Man, he's looking wily. You can tell he's ready to kick ass and take names. His archetype is offensive genius. We'll be running the pistol with a pass-first mentality. For defense, we'll be running a 3-4 with an aggressive man mentality. For our assistant coaches, I think it only makes sense to start off with low-level assistant coaches. Yes, we're going to go with Devin Spears for our OC and Camden Davison for our DC. So we have our school, New Mexico State. As you can see, they're a 2-star prestige level school. We have our work cut out for us. We have a long road ahead to college football greatness. But as a wise man once said, you cannot begin a marathon without taking your first step. So this first video, we'll get through preseason and our first game. So first things first, let's take a look at our team. See what we're dealing with. So quarterback situation, we got Daniel Finch, 79 overall, not great. He's a senior. Quarterback IQ is up there, 97 overall. That's really good actually. He's a smart player, but he doesn't have the accuracy that you would like. He's got a good arm. I guess he could kind of run the ball a little bit. Let's look at the backup. Not really much better. Quarterback IQ is not where you want it to be. He's got a good arm. Accuracy is a lot better. So if our starter starts struggling at any point in the season, I feel pretty confident throwing the backup in. Get him some reps. Ooh, our running back room is looking rough, to say the least. 69 overall is our highest rating. That is rough. 71 speed. He's a power back, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't gotten to the offseason gains portion of the preseason yet, so chances are these ratings could go up, so this isn't final. Our wide receivers give me a little more confidence. 79, 77, still not great. So it looks like we're going to be passing the ball a lot this year. Okay, we got one good tight end, a bunch of rough backups. Ooh, 87 on the offensive line. I like to see that. He's a senior, so he will be gone after the season. Our the rest of the line, not too bad. How's our kicker doing? Doesn't have the power that I like. Neither does the backup. We'll just have to make do. Only touchdowns this year, no field goals. Okay, defensive line. First 3 guys are solid. They're solid-ish, I would say. Alright, let's look at our linebackers. Linebackers, not bad actually, all things considered. Cornerbacks, 82 overall cornerback. I like to see that. Yeah, our defensive backs are looking pretty swell. Ooh, 87 safety. Yeah, so it looks like our defense is a lot better than our offense. You know what they say. Defense wins championships, and that's what we're going for. We'll take a look at the roster after we get to off-season games, see if we need to make any adjustments. Position changes, we have a surplus in like every position, so we could probably afford to either redshirt or custom people. And I also guarantee a lot of these people are either seniors or they'll transfer out at the end of the year, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, here we go, off-season gains. Let's look at it by position. Daniel Finch went up to 81. You saw increases in quarterback IQ. He's over 100 now. So I'm feeling a little more confident in him. Finch is a senior. Our third stringer is a senior too, so we might want to look at getting another quarterback. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to look at some running backs, because this running back room is in the pits. Wide receivers. Not a lot of gains in the wide receiver department. Okay, tight end. We'll definitely need some tight ends too, because it's not looking much better. My offensive line gives me hope. Games are won on the blocks. In the trenches, as they say. Yeah, kickers still not looking great. Okay, defensive line. It's decently solid. Say our linebackers are solid too. I think our saving grace this year will be our defensive backs and our offensive line, as well as our wide receivers. Okay, here we'll establish our game plan. We're going to be running the pistol. We are pass first, running a 3-4, and aggressive man. Our playing call and efficiencies, not great. It's 6 out of 13, so it's mid. It's very mid. All these advanced settings, I'm just going to leave in the default, unless I feel like I need to change it. Now it's time for my favorite part, recruiting. Let's take a look at our roster and see a breakdown of just what we might be targeting. So I said earlier, definitely need that quarterback. Probably definitely want to look into running backs. I feel like a lot of these guys are going to leave. Wide receiver, definitely. Offensive line, definitely. Linebacker. So it looks like we might need a little bit of everything, which is fine, as to be expected. Here is where we find our future superstars. So we're going to come down here, current place in battle, top 5, so we can see who all is interested in us. I'm going to leave junior college guys on for now. I usually don't like to target junior college guys, but they honestly might come in handy. Okay, now is when we invite guys to camp. So we're just going to invite the first 10 guys and then do some scouting on the next guys. Skylar Andrews, B- potential. He's not bad. Alright, running backs is where we're going to have to do some work. So who's got some good speed? Emerson Medley, 73. It's not terrible. Ivan Waters, 5'6", 149. Man, he is a short king. He is short as they come. Good God. B- potential, though. Not bad for a 1-star. Let's do some scouting on Jeffrey Curtis. Ooh, 64. F+ potential. Could be worse. Could be a lot better, though. So as far as recruiting, we're going to stay away from Jeffrey Curtis. Ivan Waters, I kinda like the B- potential. We'll hit him with the OK pitch. Then Emerson Medley, I like the 73 speed. We'll take a look at him too. I'm hesitant to go after James Ali, just because I don't know what the rest of his stats, but we'll figure that out in due time. I like my deep threat wide receivers, so I definitely try to prioritize them. So we're definitely going to look at Lucas Chester for sure. He's got A- speed. That's really good. We're not too far behind a lot of these recruiting battles. So any one of these guys could potentially be our pick. Let's see, Matthew Obando. Is he even good? That's the question. Like, is he even good? He's a blocking tight end, so his stats aren't going to be the highest. I would totally be okay with going after Corey Black, even though he's a JUCO guy. We're pretty solid opposite line with our current roster. So since our running back room is so bad right now, I think we should probably prioritize some pass blocking. So get a good guy who's good at pass blocking. 61, 52. Landon O, he's got a D+. That's the best I'm seeing so far. So man, it's gonna be slim pickings. 63, that's good enough for me. And we're the leader. And then Jaden Fuentes, we're the leader in his battle, so we'll definitely look his way. Okay, Alexander Tellez, he's a gym, so we have to definitely prioritize him. For sure. So when it comes to defensive alignment, I like to get guys who are good at tackling and block shedding. I feel like those are two most important things. So Jonah Hampton's got a 66. Tellez is a 69. He's already had the curb. Brian Farmer. Brian Farmer's got a 71. Let's look at Rogelio Hurley. C-. We'll keep an eye on him, definitely. But we won't prioritize him. We kind of have our guy that we're going to go after. Linebackers, I feel like everything's kind of a good stat. A well-rounded linebacker is good. So since all the rest of the guys are going to camp, let's do a little scouting on these two guys. It's not great in man or zone coverage. He's a pass rusher. We'll look Mario Abe's way because he's got a decent tackling and a decent block shedding. I say decent, it's in the 60s. It's not decent at all. But with the kind of guys that we are looking at, that is probably as decent will be. Okay, cornerbacks, we have a 1-star Jim. So we will definitely want to look his way. 78 speed, that's actually pretty good. Quentin Melton, keep an eye on him for sure. So we need 2 cornerbacks. If we run aggressive man, then we want man coverage cornerbacks. Curtis Jacobson, even though his archetype is zone coverage, he has a C+ man coverage. So we'll scout him. See where he's at. He's at 66 overall. That's not bad. C+ potential. We'll take a look at him too. And then safeties. Peter Hinojos. He's actually got really good stats. We're going to go after Peter. And that'll be recruiting for first spring session. Come over here to practice. Get a chance to look at the playbook and how our quarterback will play. 4.16 yards. Not the greatest. We'll try a different play. We'll try a deep pass. See how that goes. Ooh, cross play. Love to see it. Okay, better. Not bad. We actually got some touchdowns this time. All right, I think I've seen enough. We're doing a little training. We definitely want to get our starting quarterback's accuracy up. Oh, training failed. I've never seen that before. I didn't know you could fail training, but our quarterback did. That might be a sign of things to come. We shall see. All right, let's work on our running backs. Definitely. Let's get his speed up. Okay. All right, let's work on his speed as well. Okay, nothing happened. Terrific. I mean, honestly, let's just get all their speeds up if we can. All right, nothing happened. Great. Wide receivers. We need to get that ball carrier vision up. Definitely. +2. Not really much of a difference, but okay. Honestly, I'm not even going to waste time on the wide receivers. I feel like we have better priorities. Let's look at offensive linemen first and foremost. Okay, luckily we already have a lot of good pass blocking offensive linemen. Quincy Murray, he's at 74. Let's try to bump that up. Okay, it goes up by 1. Let's look at D-line. Johan Riddick needs his tackling to get up by a lot. Definitely. Goes up by 4. Okay, 71. River Sewell, his tackling needs to go up as well. And it doesn't. We failed that training. And I really did not know that you could fail training. And let's work on him. Nicholas Larkin, his tackling goes up by 5. That's actually really good. Alright, we're in the second phase of the preseason. Now before I forget, let me go to the depth chart and get in our red shirts. So I'm going to redshirt a lot of the true freshmen, like this guy, Terrence Grace. It's not a shot that he's going to play at all. And we maintain an extra year of eligibility. So this guy here at the bottom, wide receivers. We don't have any true freshman wide receivers. And it looks like Owen McGee might get playing time, so we won't touch him. Tight ends, no true freshman tight ends, except this guy, but he's our 3rd stringer. He might get playing time. I might switch to 2 tight ends. I don't know. Yeah, actually, I might redshirt this guy. Even though he was our 3rd stringer, he's a true freshman. 65 overall, but A- potential, so he could be a decent player. That's why we kind of want to retain an extra year of eligibility, so he develops further. Let's redshirt these two linemen, Timothy Galloway, Caleb Jackson. Alright, defensive line now. Peter Manuel and Julio Burgess. So we got 3 true freshman linebackers. Jace Norman, Douglas Sylvester, and Amir Marks. Let's redshirt all of them. Okay, defensive backs. We only get the one guy, Noah Forbes. He'll get a redshirt. Alright. Let's take a look at recruiting now, see what changes were made. Okay, let's add our next few guys to camp. Okay, then we'll just go position by position. Okay, Skylar Andrews, we're now in the lead with the nearly 500 point advantage. We'll scout him to see where he's at. He's 72 overall, it's not bad. 71 arm strength, not ideal, but he's our only quarterback prospect. Carlos Connor, D- potential. Not great. 73 speed, that's not bad. I'm liking what I'm seeing from James Ali so far. B potential. Let's look more at Ivan Waters. He would develop into a nice player given some time, and if we redshirt him too. So we're going to target him. So since we're inviting James to camp, we can't target him or use a pitch on him in any way. But we'll use a pitch for your bunch. Alright, wide receivers now. Let's scout Raymond Kruger and Caleb Booker. Ooh, he's at F potential, so we're going to avoid him like the plague. Him and Tyler Lopez, we will definitely avoid. Connor Holland, a C+ potential is not bad. And if how like slim pickings we have as far as prospects go, I think we're definitely gonna target him. Raymond Kruger, I want to know what his potential is, but we'll probably discover that next week. Though I want to go after Lucas Chester. I don't think it'll hurt. So yeah, we'll use a pitch on him. Alright, tight ends. Oh man, we are deep in a hole when it comes to Matthew Abando. I don't even think it's worth putting any more points into him, to be honest. So we'll just target Corey Black for now. Actually, I'm not even going to use a pitch on him because we got a decent lead over New Mexico. Alright, let's take a look at the linemen that we have. We want to target pass blocking. That's kind of our objective here. Reese Mora, what is his potential like? F+. Wow. Alright, so as far as the linemen that we are targeting, none of these guys look like they could really come in and make an impact. Except Tristan Boulder, Jaden Fuentes. Their potentials aren't bad. These guys are run blockers. It's not really what we need. So I think we will save our pitches, but I have an offensive player pitch. So actually I'm going to reverse what I said. We'll use a pitch on Corey Black. Alright, defensive lineman now. Alexander Tella is A-. We are deep in a hole right now when it comes to our battle. Jonah Hampton, he's got a decent tackling and block shedding. So we'll give him a target. We'll just use an OK on him. And what about Wyatt Weber? We don't know enough about Wyatt at this point, so we'll hold off on using a pitch on him. Now Brian Farmer, his potential is a D. He has a sub 60 overall, but I am going to use a pitch on him just because I like his strength stat and I like his block shedding. Linebackers now, Derek Saucedo, however you say that. He's got a good defensive IQ, good potential, good overall. So he might be a guy that we definitely want to target. Steven Rush, we don't know enough about him yet. B-. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Mario Abe. I think we'll use a pitch on Mario as well. And I got a choice to make when it comes to these linebackers. Let me figure out their tackling skill. 67. That's not great. We got a decent lead when it comes to Brody McGuire. He's got a 68 tackling, 66 block shedding, 71 pursuit. That's pretty good, I would say. But if we're going to target any of these guys, I definitely want to look at Mr. Derrick. So we use our best pitch on him. Devin Levy, 70 tackling. That's pretty good too. So we still don't know enough about these cornerbacks. Hopefully we will further down the line. So let's target Quentin Melton. Hopefully we move our needle in the battle a little bit. But we are leading in a lot of these guys' recruiting battles, so I think we're okay with not touching them for now, but we don't want to get too complacent. Same goes for safeties. We have a decent lead. We definitely want to look their way in future weeks just to make sure that they're not neglected and another team takes their spot. Okay, I realize I need to probably study our playbook a little bit more. There's probably plays here I'm not used to seeing. Yeah, these are definitely some new plays. I'm excited to use this playbook, definitely. So for training, let's go back to the offensive line, kind of work on them a little bit more. We already have a lot of good pass blockers, actually. Let's maybe work on Ray Ingram's pass blocking, because his run blocking is a little bit better. So if we can get him a little more balanced, and we do. So he's up to 81 overall. So he now takes that second spot. Okay, honestly, our linemen don't need too much work right now. So let's go look at our tight ends. He's got an 82 overall. He's got an 82 catching. Let's actually boost that up a little bit if we can, and we don't. Our second string tight end, let's definitely work on him a little bit. Let's get his route running up, and nothing happens. All right, let's look at our kickers. Can we get our kick power up? I would love to get that up a little bit. Can we get it above an 80 maybe? And we can't. All right, let's look at our defensive lineman, Fernando Middleton. Let's get his tackling up just a little bit if we can. Oh, man, we are misfiring in all these trainings. They're just not helping like whatsoever. Nazir Delgadillo. Let's try to get his speed up, to be honest. He's got really good stats, but the speed we cannot get up. Like 86 tackling, if he was a little bit faster, he'd be a beast. Let's move away from D lineman. I think we spent enough time there. We got Isaac Berry. Can we get his speed up? Because he as well already has good stats. So if we get his speed up a little bit, and we do, but it's just to a 70, so not by much here. Oh, Graham Matthews, he got a 101 tackling. Good God, he's gonna be a beast. Anthony Tran, let's work on his block shedding. If we can, it breaks through, we get a 1 point, so it goes up to a 68. Yeah, talk about a breakthrough. Okay, Brandon Chavez, let's work on his block shedding too. Goes up by 3 to 73. Very nice. Alright, that's it for training, so we're going to go to the next week. First summer session now. Let's go to recruiting, see how things are looking. Let's add our next crop of camp attendees. So let's go position by position again. Let's take a gander. Skylar Andrews. We got a nice little lead with him, so let's try to maintain that. I think one more scouting should. Nope, still at 93%. We're almost there. But I think we know enough by now to kind of gauge what kind of player he's going to be. So running backs now. This is where we're going to spend a lot of time at, because we got to definitely improve our running back room. I need to figure out these guys' speed. James Ali, he's got a good handle on the ball, good vision, but what's his speed like? Okay, 62 overall, not bad. Still don't know his speed. A D- gives me a little pause. Carlos Conner has the best speed so far. I mean, he's the only guy we know whose speed is. So we're going to target him, actually. And then we definitely need to keep up on Ivan Waters and James Ali, I think. I'm spending a lot of pitches on these running backs, but we definitely have to get our running back room better. Alright, the hole that we are in with Matthew Abando. Or is it Abando? It's probably Abando. I'm saying that wrong the whole time. It just keeps getting deeper. Yeah. We're now minus 700, so we'll give up on him. So it looks like Corey Black will be our answer at tight end. Alright, we know a little bit more about our offensive linemen that we are looking at. Tristan Bolden. He is actually pretty balanced. Peyton Norris, he has the double arrow, so he could be a gem maybe? Oh, no, he's not. D- potential. He is anything but a gem. And he's a run blocker, so we don't need him at all. So I think we're going to look at Landon O and probably Tristan Bolden as well. I would like his pass blocking to be a little bit higher, but then again, none of these guys' pass blocking is actually that high. Defensive lineman, I really want to get Tellez, but UTEP is in a commanding lead. So let's use our best pitch. So who will be our other defensive lineman target? I'm liking what I'm seeing for Jonah Hampton. Rogelio Hurley, what's his block shedding like? 74. That's actually really good. What about Brian Farmer? 68. Okay, yeah, I think I'll pass on Farmer. Maybe look at Rogelio. What about Wyatt Weber? I think Wyatt Weber will be our backup option. Definitely. Like our backup option. He'll be our plan C if plan A and B don't work out. Okay. Linebackers. This is where we're going to spend a decent amount of time. I think Devin Levy is going to be our guy. Then Brody McGuire. Those aren't bad stats. Boom. We lost the lead of Mario Abe. But maybe we want to focus on Brody McGuire instead. Let's do that. Defensive backs we kind of neglected last week, so let's spend some time here. So Yair Gibbs is his own coverage archetype, but he has a 69-man coverage, so he actually could be more well-rounded. Curtis Jacobson, he's in the same boat, 70-man coverage, but it's his own coverage archetype. I think we'll target him. How are we doing on safeties? We kind of neglected them as well. But we're still in the lead of a lot of these guys. So I'm actually going to use my last pitch on Yair Gibbs. Okay. For Demarion Dabney, let's up his quarterback IQ. Goes up by 6. Wow. Okay. I think he jumped a couple spots in his overall. All right. Can we work on our running backs a little bit? I mean, good luck. Can we get this guy's speed up? Maybe? Nope. Alright, that's the last I spend on the running backs. Okay, Cole Hare. Let's get your ball carrier vision up. That's really bad for at a 55. But we can't get it up. Pause. Okay. Julius Riddle, can we get his speed up maybe? Because he'd be a decent speed guy. This guy, Tristan Olmos. Maybe we can get his route running up a little bit. It does. Is there any guy whose speed's a little lackluster? I want to get some of these guys' speed up a little bit, if we can. Okay. Hayden Webb, his speed up went by 3. He's at a 68, so it's not great, but it's definitely better. Alright, let's look at these cornerbacks. Jalen Conley, can we increase your tackling a little bit? No, we can't. Dakota Palmer. Let's get your defensive IQ up, if we can. Alright, goes up by 5. Not bad. Frederick Briggs. Let's do the same thing with you. Let's get your defensive IQ up. Goes up by 4. Alright. Success. Alright. This is a lot better than last week, where we got a bunch of zeros. I need heroes here, not zeros. Okay. Last week at the preseason, let's finish out strong, really cement our spot in the recruiting battles. So let's go find those last group of guys we can invite to camp. Okay, Skylar Andrews. Still got a good lead. Let's maintain that. Running backs. Who will be our running back of the future? James Ollie, I need to see what your speed is. What is your speed? 67. Not great. What about you, Yair? 62. That's even worse. Carlos Connor actually has some good stats. He might actually be a guy we want to go after. Yeah, so let's target James Ollie for sure, and Carlos Connor. Those would be our main guys. Actually, let's use a great pitch on him. Just get a few extra points. Alright, wide receivers. Let's definitely look Connor Holland's way. He's looking like our best prospect out of this group. What about Lucas Chester? I don't mind getting a JUCO guy at this point. We'll send a pitch his way for sure. Alright, Corey Black. That seems like he's our only option. We have a commanding lead, so we're not even going to use the pitch on him. Okay, we can schedule visits for guys. Let's get a first look at our schedule. So we got New Mexico, Boise State, Fresno State, Kennesaw State, Colorado State, Washington State, and Sacramento State. Those are just our home games, actually. So are there any teams that are on his radar that we get to play? Colorado State and New Mexico. Let's schedule him for Colorado. How about that? Colorado State. And then Peyton Norris. I mean, it couldn't hurt inviting this guy to a visit, even though he's not on our radar. So we'll schedule him anyways. Alright, Tristan Bolden. He's another guy that we liked. So we'll definitely spin a pitch on him. Defensive lineman Brian Farmer. He wants a visit. I will oblige. Alright, Alexander Tellez. We need to use our best pitch on him, because that's our main guy. And then I gotta decide between Rogelio and Jonah Hampton. It's looking like Rogelio is far and away the better prospect, to be honest. But we have Mississippi State to contend with. We have a good lead with Jonah, so we'll use our pitch on Rogelio instead. So now linebackers. Stephen Rush, he wants a visit. Looks like Fresno State's on his radar. Fresno State is an option, so we will invite him to that game. Still not sure as far as linebackers who I want to target. I know Devin Levy, he's definitely a guy that I want. Derek, I think we got to give up on Derek. We're probably too far in the hole. Looking at Stephen Rush's stats, it's not giving me too much confidence. So I think we'll pass on him. And then definitely look Devin Levy's way. But we need 3 linebackers. Good God. So I think we'll definitely look at Brody McGuire. Cornerbacks. Man, I need more pitches than this. These aren't enough. I got too many guys I'm trying to target. But we have a good lead in most of these guys. Recruiting battles. So at least that's a That's working in our favor. I think I'll save the pitch for a safety, maybe? Peter Hinojos. We can schedule a visit with him. Dude, if only we were playing UTEP, I would definitely bring him to that UTEP game. But let's bring him to the New Mexico game. So we'll use that last pitch on Peter. So last round of training. I don't think we've touched our safeties yet. Yeah, we haven't. So let's prioritize them a little bit. Saul Bailey's already pretty good, but let's get his tackling up. I think that's the one missing piece of this game. Now we have a 90 overall. Look at that. Seth Estevez. Let's get his speed up a little bit if we can, and we can't. Defensive IQ for Eric Sumner. Let's do that. And we can't do it. Romeo Bullard. Can we get his man coverage up maybe? Pretty please. Damn, we can't. Alright, so let's look at defensive backs again. Alejandro Encarnacion. Let's get his speed up. Yeah. Oh, darn, dude. We can't get any of these guys to upgrade. That sucks. Graham Matthews, can we get his speed up maybe? No, we can't. Oh, dude, I think these have all busted except like one or two. Upgrade our tight ends maybe. What about our wide receivers? Skylar Jones, can we get your route running up maybe? Okay, went up by 5. It's our best increase so far. Terrence Gray, it's looking like you'll be our quarterback of the future. So let's try to get your arm strength up right now, if we can. And we can't. Oh man, alright, one more training available. What should we do? Maybe use it on a tight end, I guess. Yeah, might as well. Hayden Lindsay, let's get your route running up. There it is. Okay, it goes up by 2. So there we go. Alright, so that's the end of the preseason. Let's take a look at our preseason expectations, what our AD thinks we should accomplish. Whatever it is, we're going to surpass it. You want me to win a championship this year? I'll win too. Wherever the bar is set, we'll set it higher. Oh my god. Simon Connor, come on, you got to give me a little credit here. Win at least 2 games? What the heck? Who do you think I am? That's insulting, honestly. I am insulted. How the heck do you think we're going to win 2 games? He said at least 2 games. Bro, we're heading to a bowl game. That's the objective of the season. We're heading to a bowl game. We're getting to a bowl game, and we're going to win that bowl game. You got to have a little faith in me, dog. Come on. Hopefully our donors have a little more optimism. So win against Utah State, Oregon State, or Washington State. Shoot, I'll beat all 3. What the fuck? All right, Shane Moy. Have a single player record 1,160 rushing yards. We gotta change that. Our running backs are just not it. What are these bonus ones? Rush for 180 yards against... Nah, we can't do that. We can't do that. We gotta have your OL record 60 plus total pancakes. We can do that maybe. I think we can do that. So we have a total payout of bonus donations. Almost 4 million. Alright, let's take a look at our schedule. We got... What? We got 5 home games in a row? Good God. I mean, shoot, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. So we got New Mexico, Boise State, Fresno State, Kennesaw State, Colorado State. Then we're at UConn, back home against Washington State, at San Jose State, at San Diego State, at Utah State, back home versus Sacramento State, and then at Oregon State. Okay. I think Boise State's our biggest opponent right now. 85 across the board. Win at least 2 games. I'm setting a goal for myself. At least 6, and we're going to make a bowl game. So with that being said, let's hop into the season. Let's get it started. So we'll play this first game against New Mexico, and that's where we'll end off. Let's look at the rankings. We got Georgia in the first spot. Pretty obvious. Ohio State, Michigan, Notre Dame, Penn State, rounding up the top 5. Then Alabama, Oregon, LSU, Texas A&M, Kentucky at the 10th spot. Kentucky's an interesting pick. We got Ole Miss, Florida, Duke at 13. What the heck? I don't know if Duke got it like that. Washington, Clemson, Illinois, North Carolina at 17. Texas, Miami, Purdue at 20. Wow. I don't know if Purdue got it like that either. Kansas at 25. So out of 138 teams, I think we are probably towards the back third. Yep, there we are. 115. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. I want to know who's at dead last. Missouri State. Right there at the bottom. Alright, before we hop in the game and throttle New Mexico, we gotta do our weekly checklist. Let's take a look at recruiting, see where we're at. Okay, we're still in the lead. Skylar Andrews, we're gonna go ahead and offer him. So I'm pretty much gonna go offer the guys that I want, because that's gonna give me a nice little point boost. So we'll also give Skylar an okay pitch. Yeah, running backs. So Carlos Connor, he wants to come to a game. He won't be able to make it to the New Mexico game. We'll bring him in for Fresno State. We're going to offer Ivan Waters because he is a 1-star, but I like his potential. I think we're going to target Carlos Connor too. So we're going to offer him as well. And then do I offer James right now? I think I'm going to keep James at bay. Make sure I don't neglect him, but just keep him, you know, within reach. Because once we get to week 3, we'll see who is thinking about hopping in the portal. And then that might, you know, change how many guys we want to actually bring in. Lucas Chester, we're going to offer him because we want to bring him in. Connor Holland, that's our top guy, so he wants to come in for a visit. Let's bring him in for Fresno State as well, and we're going to offer him. Ooh, I forgot I can offer these guys NIL. Just to get a little boost. I have 5 million, so I do not have a lot at all. Skylar doesn't even want anything. He's got 10K evaluation. Okay, we'll give it to him. Why not? Let's pad our lead a little bit. Carlos Connor, he wants a little something. His value is 300, but I think I'll give him 150 for now. Lucas Chester, he doesn't want anything. That's okay. Connor Holland, you want anything? Nope, love it. These guys just want to play ball. They're not worried about the money. We're going to offer Corey Black, and we have a huge lead when it comes to him, so we don't need to offer him anything as far as NIL. Reese Zamora, I don't think we were going to target him. Landon O, that's our guy. So we'll give him a pitch as well. Offer Tristan Bolden. Bring him in for a visit. We don't want to double up on offensive linemen, so let's bring him in for Kennesaw State. Does Landon O want anything NIL wise? Nope. What about Tristan? Not really. Somewhat. I'm not even going to bother, but just a somewhat. Ooh, Alexander Tellez. We definitely need to use our best pitch on him. And we're going to offer him and see if he wants NIL. He does. So it's 215. How much can I get for 200? You know, actually, I'm going to throw him like 250. A little bit more than what he's valued at. No, wait, I just cleared it. Yeah, 250, a little bit more than what he's valued at, just so we can definitely try to secure him, because he's a primetime player. Let's see, who else did I like? Do we like Brian Farmer? Wait, we like Rogelio and Jonah Hampton. I definitely like Rogelio a little bit better. He wants that NIL, so I think I'm going to offer him a little bit less than like 150. Linebackers, here's where we're definitely going to have to do some work. We'll bring Derek in for a visit. We're bringing him to that Colorado State game. Devin Levy, that's our guy right there. That's what he doesn't want any NIL. He's a team player. He's not worried about the money. Okay, we got Mario Abe. I think we are going to pitch him. I don't know enough about his stats just yet to give him an offer, so we'll just give him a pitch for now. I think we're going to offer Brody McGuire. Bring him in for the Kennesaw State game, then give him an offer. What about NIL? He doesn't want anything. That's okay. So we'll throw a pitch his way as well. Quentin Milton, he's a gem, so we're definitely going to offer him. He's a 1-star, but his overall is 65. That's actually really high for a 1-star recruit. So give him an offer, throw him a pitch. Any NIL? Nope. I like Curtis Jacobson a lot. We'll give him an offer. And we're such a huge lead, I don't think we need to worry about giving him a pitch or throwing any NIL his way. I think I'm going to keep my eye on Yahir Gibbs and Chance Middleton. If I could scout them and learn a little bit more about them, I might offer them as well. But we only need 2 cornerbacks. It's probably good to have like a 3rd guy within reach in case anything happens. Peter Hinojos, that's our guy. We're going to offer him. Give him a pitch, and he probably wants NIL. No, he doesn't. And I think we'll offer Isaac as well. And we got a commanding lead. I'm going to do a pitch for Carlos Connor, and I'll do a pitch for Lucas Chester and Connor Holland, just to give us a little more boost. All right, recruiting for the week is out of the way. Let's set our practice focus. Offense, let's see what New Mexico is, like what their stats are looking like. So it looks like their defense is a lot better than their offense. Same goes for us. Pass rush is weaker than the run stop, so that actually works in our favor too. And their zone coverage is not great at all. So I think we're gonna stick with our game plan and pass the shit out of the ball. So offensive focus, let's stick with the quick passing for now. Actually, let me take a look at my depth chart. Let's see what kind of wide receivers I have. Do I have a lot of speed demons? Yeah, I definitely do. Okay. Scratch what I said about quick passing. We're chucking it down the field. Go big or go home. That's what I always say. They're run heavy. Okay, so if they're run heavy, then we'll focus on the run. Chuck that baby downfield. Stop the run. Do I need practice? No, I don't. Who needs practice? We're going to take a look at the depth chart and move some guys around maybe, because during our off-season training, some guys' overalls might have surpassed like guys ahead of them. So just going to look at that and see where everyone falls. Okay, yeah, see, look, Julius Riddle and Tristan Olmos are higher than the guy who was above them. So we're going to move them around. Who should be their number 2 guy? Julius Riddle or Tristan Olmos? I think Tristan is a little more well-rounded than Julius. And I got to see how deep I want to go as far as the rotation. I mean, with how many guys are just like trash at the running back room, let's just play all of them. Like, why not? Wide receivers, I think I just want to go 5 deep. Get our 5 best guys out there. Because once we hit Skylar Jones, we kind of see a little drop off. And then if Owen McGee doesn't play 4 games, then we can keep him for another year. He'll be redshirted automatically. Tight ends. Yeah, we're going to keep it at 2. Offensive line, let's see, where's the drop off? So I think we'll go 9 down to Alan Mullins. Defensive lineman. Can I just play the first 3 guys? No, I can't. I got to do minimum of 5. I think I'll just do 5. Because Matthew Donaldson doesn't really have the best stats right now. He's got a good block shedding, but he's not good at anything else. Alright, linebackers. Yeah, I think 6 is fine. Defensive backs. Let's go 6. Safeties, we shall go... We can do 5? Yeah, I think 5's good. Alright, depth chart is set. Almost time for game time. Game plan, we're not going to change it all. Alright, y'all. It's game time. So we got a 7 p.m. a night game versus New Mexico. Weather effects, that's kind of a new feature. I don't really know how that's going to come into play. Chance of rain. Could it start raining in the middle of the game? That'd be funny. All right. The spread, a -8. I think we can do better than that. It's time to show these Lobos who the best team in New Mexico is. All right. It's game time. The season has started. All right, they're lined up 4 wide. And I like this covered 2-man. Let's see. They gained 5 yards. A little screen pass. Okay. I got 5 wide. So let's do just cover 1. Oh my God. How did we let this happen? Who's calling the plays out here? Okay. Let's try a zone here. Actually, let's try a blitz. How about that? We'll do this under smoke. See what happens. Ooh, we get a tackle for a loss. Alright, now let's do a zone. Man, they get the first down off a run play. Let's do this cover 1. Ooh, we get a sack. Heck yeah. My heart was kind of pounding a little bit. Now I'm feeling better. Nicholas Larkin, the junior, number 69. Nice. Let's hit him with the blitz. They get 4 yards. If we can get a stop, that'd be huge. Let's do some man. We got 4 wide receivers. Let's do a cover 2. Oh man, they get the first down. They run the ball on us. Wow, that's bold. That's real bold. They're within inches. We gotta bring the blitz. Let's do this gap press. Okay, get the stop. And third and goal at the 1. Oh, they get a touchdown. All right, not a great start. They missed the extra point though. Okay, so it's 6-0. Let's do something with little layers. I like the weak flood. All right, first down. Julius Riddle, good job. That got the confidence going a little bit. Let's do a mesh. All right, gain of 8. Let's do a deep pass now. Oh, that was a good choice. 30 yards. All right, let's try a screen pass. Wide receiver screen. I like it. Okay, gain a little bit. Did we try running the ball? We gotta see what happens, at the very least. Oh, we get a first down. Hey, not bad. Did we stick on the ground? Let's try it. Okay, we get a little bit. Let's go back to the pass. Just a short one. Let's do the Y stick. Okay, incomplete. That's okay. Let's do a medium pass. Let's do this. Oh, we get the first down. This is a good play. Good play call. We're within inches. Let's keep it on the ground. Let's not overthink it. Halfback dive. Touchdown. Let's go. First touchdown of the season goes to Elias Marsh. Hell yeah, boy. Make the extra point to go up by 1, and we do. All right. Let's try a blitz here. I like the linebacker blitz. Okay, they gain the first down. 4 yards. They do RPO. Let's do a blitz here. They'd be crazy to pass the ball right now. Let's do a gap press, maybe. Now 3rd and 7. Let's do man. Let's they got 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. Cover 2 man, maybe. And we get the stop. Let's go. Our first stop of the year. Let's see. Do we do something crazy? How does play action work? Let's try that. Okay. It doesn't work. Can we do a read option? Let's do it. We get a first down. Very nice. With the wide receiver. I actually like this play, so let's, no, doesn't work. Let's keep it on the ground now. It's looking like we might get a stop here. Let's do this middle hook. Let's try it. Oh, we get the first down. Julius Riddle, he might be our guy this year. He's off to a great start. Verticals at right now? I kind of like the play call. Let's do it. Oh. Nothing comes out of it. The Z under. That's a winning play. That is a winning play. Yes, sir. We get that touchdown. This is football. I like it. Who's that to? Skylar Jones, 30 yards. That's what I'm talking about. Daniel Finch, have yourself a day. Oh, I'm amped up. Let's go. 14-6. They get a good return on us. But I don't care. Let's do cover 3. They try to run the ball. That's not going to happen. All right. QB contain. I think it makes sense. Let's do it. Oh, they get the first down. Whatever. Second quarter now. 14-6. Kind of loaded up to the right side. Let's do this cover 2. 46 bear play. Okay, they get 6 yards. Third and 5 now. And we get the stop. Incomplete pass. That's what I'm talking about. A jet sweep. Let's try it. All right, we get a gain of 3 yards. Let's do the weak flood. I like it. All right, we get the first down. Slant flats. This is an interesting looking play. Let's give it a look. Oh, it's a good play. It's a very good play. So we're passing the ball a lot. Let's do a draw play. See if that works at all. Oh, it does work. 43 yards. Oh my God. Damn, I'm amped up. Let's go. Keep it on the ground. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do this under. Why not? Let's try it. Okay. Nothing. What about a medium pass? Oh, I like the drive play. That's my favorite play. Yes, sir. We get that first down. Toss it out to the right. Why am I trying to run the ball? We're dog shit at running. Actually, let's do this quick slants. I'm liking it. Yes, sir. Touchdown. Julius Riddle. His second of the day. Oh, no. It's not second of the day. What am I talking about? It's first of the day. Second touchdown for Daniel Finch. God, we're gonna send these Lobos back packing with their damn tails in between their legs. 21-6. We're looking good out there. Let's blitz. Tackle for a loss. Oh, blitz again? I'm all for it. And we get the sack. Let's go. Nicholas Larkin is second. All right, yeah, let's do this in deep zone. It would be a tragedy if we gave up the first down on this 3rd and 16. And we don't. I want to try some play action. Just to see if like play action is like a viable option for us. Alright, we get 11 yards. That's not bad. I don't know why I'm trying to run the ball. We can't run. It's pass, 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 pass. That's what we got to do. You want to run the ball on 3rd down? We're not running the ball on 3rd down. No siree. What are we going to do? Slants? Oh, love me some slants. We get the first down. What about this mesh play? Let's try it. Nothing comes out of it. Alright, so let's go back to the medium pass. There was a play that I saw that I kind of liked. That kind of looked interesting. Or maybe I made that up. Yeah, what about the Z slant Y corner? Okay, we get the first down. We're on the 1. Can we do a read option on the goal line? Let's try it. We get the touchdown. Daniel Finch, have yourself a day, sir. He's now at 212 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 on the ground. We're like low-key running away with it right now. If we increase this lead any longer, I might just sim the rest of the game. To be honest. Yeah, see the undersmoke. I think they're going to run left. They do run left, kind of. But we're there to stop it. 2 minutes left in the first half. 3rd and 11. Oh. I didn't mean to sim the play, but hey, it worked out. Alright, so they got to punt the ball again. Yeah, I like the tight end stick. Doesn't like me. So we can't score. We go 3 and out. That's not great. With a lead like ours, we can afford to, you know, maybe give up a possession. No, what am I talking about? That's not a winning mentality. Alright, they do a 6-yard rush, quarterback power. They do RPO. That's a bold move. I'll just be trying to get the ball down the field. It doesn't really seem a whole lot of urgency to score the ball right now by New Mexico. Let's see if we can get a stop, prevent them from scoring. Oh, we can't. Aye. They might get a field goal. Let's try to hold them to a field goal. 19 seconds. They have plenty of time. I don't know why they're going for a field goal right now. They made the field goal, so it's now 28-9. Let's do a Hail Mary. Let's try it out. Oh, we complete it for 59 yards somehow, some way. But we can't score. Let's do a deep pass. Fuck it. Alright, we get 6 yards. Let's do a short pass. Maybe the stick play. Nope, nothing. The read option on 3rd and 4? I don't know. Let's try it. Didn't work. Not a good play call by me. I'm not too worried right now. So let's do this cover 2 man. The deep coverage. Okay. They did a quarterback draw. They kind of fooled us. So let's go blitz here. Oh, we get an interception. Let's go. All right. Who was it? Alejandro Encarnacion, 85 overall. He's our senior leader. Heck yeah. And he returned it for 22 yards, so we're on the 20. Let's see. What do we want to do? Curl combo? Yes, sir. Let's run the ball a little bit. Do we keep it on the ground? Yeah, why not? We score a touchdown. Okay. And we get the extra point, so it's now 35-9. Alright, so I'm at the point now where I'm comfortable with the lead, that I don't feel like I need to play the game any longer, so I'm going to sim. We're going to auto sim, so we kind of just like sit back and watch the game play out itself, but I can always hop back in if things start going the wrong way. So, alright, looks like we're driving. Alright, we get stopped. Oh, we go for the 4th down. Aggressive play call with the lead. I like it. Anthony Gum is a maniac. Hey, we gotta show our cross-state rival who's boss. I think we're giving it to him. That's now 38-9. Okay, we got a sack I saw. We got the stop and 4th down. Very nice. Alright, it's 4th quarter now. We're driving a little bit. Looks like we're running the ball a little bit more, which is okay. Chewing the clock. That's what we should be doing. We get a touchdown. Very nice. It's now 45-9. We are absolutely crushing them. This is a slaughtering. Alright, game's over. We beat New Mexico 45-9. We got that first win, so we are halfway through our 2-win game goal set by our AD. And if this is like any indication of how the season's going to go, then 2 wins is going to be easily surpassable. Which, I mean, I fucking knew that. Like 2 wins. You got to give me some credit. Alright, let's take a look at the end-game summary. We outgained them 565 yards to just slightly below 300. We had 349 pass yards to their 133. We had 216 rush yards to their 165. So we knew they were going to rush. We set our game plan around it. They still got a decent amount of yards, but it wasn't enough to make the game even close. 8 of 12 for third down. That's pretty good. And we got the 1 4th down. We got the 1 interception on them. Daniel Finch, he had himself a game. 28 of 43, 349 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Elias Marsh led the way in rushing with 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Good on him. Tristan Olmos had 6 receptions, 116 yards for our receiving leader. So impact plays, we had our 30-yard touchdown by Skylar Jones. Julius Riddle, 8-yard touchdown, slant play. Kicked off the third quarter, the interception. That set us up for a Elias Marsh 2-yard run, 2-yard touchdown run. And then Kendrick Santos had a 9-yard rushing touchdown that just sealed the deal. Hey, we didn't get sacked a single time. Very nice. I love to see that. Okay, yeah, Julius Riddle, man, he had himself a game. Daniel Finch was repeatedly throwing to him, especially in the first half. Nicholas Larkin, 2 sacks, good on him. Brady Timmons, the cornerback, he got a sack as well. All right, that was freaking easy peasy. All right, so weekly updates. We set a bunch of records because it's our first game. So nothing really crazy here. No injuries, no recruiting news. That's to be expected. Oh man, looks like we got our work cut out for us next week. We got Boise State, who is now ranked number 22. It's at home, but something tells me home field advantage might not matter, but we'll bring it to them anyways. Alright, so that about wraps up our first episode of this New Mexico State rebuild. Stay tuned for the next episode. Should be coming out very soon. I'm hoping to squeeze maybe 2 or 3 games in per episode so we can kind of get the season going along. Drop a like if you want to see more of this. Let me know if there's anything you guys want me to change or do differently to make this series more entertaining. Consider subscribing if you want to see more. To all those who are subscribed right now, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate y'all. And with that being said, y'all take it easy, dudes. I'll catch you in the next episode.